March 2003. Two illegal immigrants, Fatima Leva and Edwin Manka, entered onto Mr. Nethercott's of Hebron, Texas ranch and were caught by Nethercott and his group of anti-illegal immigrants called the Ranch Rescue. The Ranch Rescue apprehended the two criminals and could have brought them to justice of the Border Patrol, but they chose not to. As thanks for this obvious kind gesture, the two illegal immigrants responded by accusing the Ranch Rescue of hitting them with a pistol and also giving them milk, cookies, and a blanket. The case was then brought to trial. The result of the trial was that Mr. Nethercott and Tory Food, a member of the Ranch Rescue, were charged for fines that totaled at $1 million, and Mr. Nethercott's ranch had to be turned over to the illegal immigrants. Does anyone else see the irony in this? Not only are the two illegal immigrants not citizens of the United States, but this clearly violates the Constitution by giving them the right to sue, which is mandated only for members of the United States of America. It is now clear that something has to be done to prevent or greatly reduce the number of illegal immigrants in our country, and also to prevent cases like Mr. Nethercott in the future. Resolved that the U.S. federal government should enact new laws and measures to significantly restrict immigration from illegal immigrants from entering the United States. Illegal immigration. Webster's dictionary defines illegal as prohibited by law and immigration as to come into a new country. So illegal immigration is prohibited entry into a new country. Also, xenophobia is another term that will be used in this debate. Xenophobia is the fear and contempt of strangers or foreign persons. Xenophobia is important to this debate because many people who disagree with allowing illegal immigration are labeled as thus. And it is important to point out that there is a difference between fearing people from a different country and disagreeing with immigrants breaking the law. The affirmative disagrees with the latter. Illegal immigration has been an ongoing social, political, and economic problem for centuries. As long as America has been a free nation, we have had to deal with the problem of illegal immigration, but now is the time to change that. Illegal immigrants cause a spike in crime in areas where they are most populous. According to an article from the New York Times, as of 2005, 20% of the inmates in federal prisons were illegal inmates, and 6.4% of inmates nationwide were illegal. The article also stated that the consequence of being arrested can be enormous for illegal immigrants, so that is why it is inaccurate to estimate the true number of illegal immigrants, because they have more reason to avoid authorities. This means that there could be countless more illegal immigrants that have committed crimes that we don't know about. Also, according to Deborah Scummam-Coffin, Ph.D. in criminal profile and founder of the Violent Crimes Institute, the majority of sex offenders and murders are located within states that hold the greatest number of illegal immigrants. This being said, it is clearly obvious that where there are illegal immigrants, there is an increase in crime. Do you feel safe at night knowing that there are so many criminals, illegal immigrants running around on the streets? To make matters worse, on Friday, November 29th, U.S. authorities seized 27,600 pounds of marijuana in a tunnel that had a connection to a cross-border in a rail car. The tunnel stretched more than 2,200 feet and runs from the kitchen of a home in Tijuana, Mexico, to two warehouses in San Diego. The two men arrested by U.S. authorities were both illegal immigrants and had connection to a group of drug cartels centered in Tijuana, Mexico. This proves that illegal immigrants both are involved in crimes and promote crime rates in areas where there is a high concentration of illegal immigrants. If the situation is left unchecked, we may end up like the way Mexico is right now. Along with an increase in crime, illegal immigrants play a large role in the destruction of wildlife in the Southwest. Jamie Rappaport Clark, Executive Vice President of Defenders, stated that the U.S.-Mexico border is a political line that divides what is essentially one large environmental region on both sides of the border. Many border activities, including illegal immigration and U.S. border enforcement activities, have enormous impacts on the region's wildlife, landscape, and economy. Also, trails and roads carved by illegal immigrants in order to form a path to the U.S. destroy sensitive vegetation, wildlife habitats, and deter natural erosion patterns. Clark later went on to explain that the average illegal immigrants leave behind more trash and waste in these natural areas than any U.S. citizen, and they are destroying the natural ecosystem of the area. Clearly, illegal immigration is hurting more than just our average U.S. citizens. It is destroying some of the last crucial pieces of untouched wildlife in the United States of America. Not only do illegal immigrants have a detrimental effect upon the environment, but they also hurt our crippled economic situation. Illegal immigrants create approximately $13 billion in revenue, but the cost to the federal, state, and local areas comes up to $33 billion. This means that the net cost of having illegal immigrants in our state is $20 billion each year. With the national debt already skyrocketing over $13 trillion, can we really afford to spend $20 billion a year to pay for illegal immigrants who can't even take the time to become legal citizens? Also, although the negative may argue that illegal immigrants can be taxed and produce more money for the government, that is quite often not the case. Since most illegal immigrants are unable to get honest jobs due to the fact that many employees won't hire an illegal immigrant, many illegal immigrants are hired underground. This is to say that many illegal immigrants are paid under the table for the occupation and are not taxed by the U.S. federal government. In conclusion, the United States is currently facing a crisis. Illegal immigrants producing crime, destroying the environment, and cause stress upon our already crippled economy. Thank you, and vote negative.